Okay, so what we're going to have a look at here is converting the page, creating the profile index page. So if you go back to the main site that we've just been converting and click on a profile, we haven't got a profile index right now in our skin, so that's what we're going to add now. And same as we did for everything else before, new file, profile index. Yep, and we're going to do the same thing as we did before with the header and the footer. So we've got we don't have to. This is our profile page. There we go. This is our profile page. Looks like it's throwing some of the header and the footer in there for us anyhow. So we'll define our own header actually. This one looks quite a bit too big for the for a profile. This is what a profile. This is how the one of the other skins looks. This is JR Elastic. If we click on that one and we go and see this user's profile, we can see that they've got the modules that are installed for them, the audio module and the blog module. They've got the ability to follow. This is some admin stuff, and they've got this this menu across the top. But basically, this page belongs to Tom, and it should be his stuff that's that's focused on here. So, in our example, here we are on Pickles and Stuff profile. So it should be that person's content that gets focused on. So we don't really want to make it feel like it's part of the top level of the site. So we want to reduce this header down to something smaller. And the way we do that is by adding a profile header and a footer. Currently it's using the default ones for the skin, this header and footer, because it hasn't found a profile one, so we'll add that in there now. File, profile header, save that as footer.dpl. So we've got both of those in there, header and footer. And if we look at our template, refresh after that, this is our profile page. Didn't add anything to the header or the footer. Footer, kakor, footer, and br, and header. There we go. Okay, so header, footer, header, our profile page, footer. And then we just go and add in the elements that we want. Now we don't have to support everything. You can make it however you like, but there are a lot of things that Jamroom will provide for you, and modules expect to be able to be there when you're designing a profile page. For instance, the audio module supplies audio content to the profiles. So if we click on audio here in a standard profile, then we're going to go and see Tom's audio list, and he currently hasn't uploaded any, but the audio, all of this section here is provided by the audio module. So really what we're just designing is a container to hold the modules that are being made available to that user. So for example, the audio, if we click on that, we can upload a series of songs for Tom. Album Rocking Rock. Select the audio files. All of those ones. Select the cover image. That one there. Add to the timeline. Add to the timeline. Okay, and now on Tom's audio page, audio albums, he's got this album here that users visiting the profile can come and click on, and they can see all of the content that Tom's uploaded. So we've got to create a this is all provided by the audio module. We just have to let it be there when we're creating our profile. Back to the audio page. this is the whole album here, albums, and on the audio page itself you can see the individual songs. So we don't have to do much to our profile page. We just have to make sure that the features are available there for the modules to use. So back on our one, we haven't got anything on ours right now. So the way you do this is you just go through other modules, feature by feature, and decide what you want in there or not. In the JR elastic skin, profile index, it's got a different structure to what we have. It's got this thing, if it's the profile owner, do this section, otherwise do this section down here. So it gives two different options. Now you could copy that exactly, but their divs and the classes on the divs aren't going to line up exactly with your style.css file because it hasn't been accounted for. But there's no reason that you couldn't make your style sheets line up with these as well. Okay, but for us, what we're going to do right now is copy some of our header content over into our profile header, and some of our footer content over into our profile footer, and then just tweak it up a little bit to start with. So header, let's grab our header content from our main header file, put it into our profile header, and our footer, grab it from there and put it into our profile footer. Okay, it's starting to look at, but we don't want all of this big stuff around here. And that bottom footer might be okay. Yeah, so what we need to do there is just check out stuff F12. This bit here, probably don't want that menu there. Profile header. Menu. Ditch that. Ditch that. See what that looks like. Okay, get rid of that. It's getting closer. Don't want that big box up there either. So what's that one called? F12. That one there. Search bar. If we ditch that, does it look okay? Yep, getting closer. Where's that search bar? Profile header. Search bar there. Ditch that. Send that back to Jamroom URL. Okay. Good. Alright, so now we just go in and fill in the actual pages. Profile index. This is our profile page. Need some sort of box content in there to bring that into the center, and you just go through and tweak all the things. Let's have a look. How was it working in index? It was content. Looks like it needed to be wrapped in a content box. Close the others. Profile index content. What else do we have? The welcome holder. Yeah, perhaps we'll do that to start with, and then we'll lay the rest out underneath that. We'll put the user's profile image in there. So into here, into where we want to output it. Throw the debug. Drag it back up again. See what we got to use. So we can see we've got in this post, that's everything that's coming in from the URL. We've got the URL of what we want, but that's not really what we want. Let's find another one. Profile URL, and this is under the user array. User array is the person looking at the screen, so that's me. I don't want to use this because every profile will look exactly the same and it'll always be me. The one we're looking for is profile. Oh, let's go back. There we go. Profile bio, page title, pickles and stuff, profile active, yes, profile bio. That's one of the ones we want to use. Instead of welcome to organics, let's put the profile bio in there. Okay, and what else did we have there? Page title, profile name, use that one. And see how we're going. Right, okay, we're starting to get there. The image can go in there, and then you can add your sections in here. I won't force you to watch me do all of that. That'll do for now. I'll come back to you when it's done. Righto, so here's what we have now. When we left off before, this was in the index part of the site. I've moved that up into the header, so this is the header now. This top section up to here, and this is the footer now, and these parts here are the menu. So it goes header, and inside the header there's the menu, and then we're going to display our all of these items underneath here. Let's drag that back up the top, and the way I did that was I'll upload the source code to Udemy so you can download it and see the end product. But what basically it was in index is currently empty, and in the header I copied this profile menu from the elastic skin. This is what it had to get the header out there, and I also copied the profile CSS directly from the elastic skin, because that formats these the way these buttons go. You can change those to however you like, but that was a quick way to do it. Grab the menu and the menu buttons and put all of that into the profile header. So that's the last thing in the profile header, and currently in our index there is nothing. There's nothing in here. We don't need anything in there yet. Perhaps we'll figure something else to put in there later. But we've got these modules that are already active for the profile, for pickles and stuff, blog, pages and video. And if we click on one of these, we get, there it is again, invalid template, profile item index. There's no profile item index, so that's the next one we have to create. Copy. Organic Farms, new, file. Yes. And just for comparison, we'll go up and have a look at how the other skin does it, and it just does it like that. Well, that looks pretty easy. We'll do exactly the same thing. Organic Farm index, profile index. Might want to wrap that in something, I'm not sure. Refresh. There we go, and there's our header coming out there, our menu, and our blog. So this is the content we've been given from the module. Have a look at pages. It's very similar. Video. it's very similar to. So basically it looks like we've got a set of buttons here, the title for what it is, and then some breadcrumb navigation. So video, actually I'll activate the audio as well. If we click on and upload a whole video album, we reverted to the elastic skin because that's the back end skin right now. Remember, we're using one skin for the back end and one for the front end. So if we're going to go and make this into a full template for Jamroom, then we're also going to have to do this back end skin part as well. Next, let's add a page. That's probably the easiest. Grab some Lipsum. Copy. Add a page. Page title. Okay, and it's saying that the profile item detail page doesn't exist, so that's another one that we have to get out. Organic files, new file. How do we want the details of the item to be displayed? Yes. Let's see how it does it in other ones. Item details, just like that. So for our one, we'll do the same, and it looks like the list is in there too, and it is. So we'll make a profile item list. Right. And this will display that New Year's potatoes page that we just added as a module. So we've still got the exact same navigation here, which is all being provided by the module. This breadcrumb navigation is being provided by the module too. Looks like the module is injecting the user image of the person who created this, and there's the page that we just created. So if we want to edit that, the buttons are all there. We need to put a bit of CSS formatting around this to make these buttons. Maybe put the buttons over here, and just tidy that up a little bit so it creates a nice holder for the page, and the modules will take care of adding the content to the page. So I'll do that now and get back to you. Okay, so here it is here now. Refresh. Made the breadcrumbs a bit smaller. Made these things hover over here to the right. Put that in a box and with a bit of padding around it so it looks a bit nicer. And I didn't actually create any of this the CSS code to do this. I just borrowed it from the elastic skin in the locations that it was. So to do that, came here, went there, took a look here. It said block, and there was nothing on our class that was a block. So went over here and had a look at the same thing. What does a block look like in here? How's the block defined? Block content. Was a block? There's a block. Block was defined like that. So came back into my IDE and found the block section from the elastic and just pasted that in. I find that easier to have something to start to work from, and now I can tweak this to how I want it to look, because these weren't features that were created in the template, so they have to come from somewhere. Easiest just to copy, paste, and then tweak from there. So what we've got now is a nicely formatted page. So all of the other pages are going to come out like this as well. We can change the font size or do whatever you want to do to it, but that looks pretty good. For the farm, pickles and stuff, pages. So if we go back to the pages place and have a look at a list of all of the pages that pickles and stuff have created so far, we get a list and this was provided by that template we added in earlier on, profile item list, that just looks like this. If we have a look here, we go F12, we can see that we're getting some constant that blocks coming out there again, title, then the block content item, container, row. We haven't got any row class defined, and we also don't have a col2 class defined, so we can either define those or rewrite our what's it called, profile item list to match what we want, to match our CSS, or change our CSS to match our what we've got already here. Probably easiest to find that row one, so I'll just do that here. Oh, F.row in the elastic CSS, that's what I want. And it says maximum width, row width 100%, row first, row last. It's got some stuff there. It looks like that's a formatting layout one. Perhaps we'll just do that ourselves. What looks good here? Block image. Looks like that should be being defined as a block to me. Add rule. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Padding, right. Yeah, that's starting to look nicer. And then you just go through and you tweak your CSS, which I have put in this one, profiles.css, and also to make sure that works, added a line to call it in our skins init function, and you just tweak it until you get it looking like you want it to look with the available classes that are on there. And then you'll get a list of stuff, and then each of the new lists will come out underneath that. Right, so that's starting to look hard to go any further with this, because I don't know how it is that you're going to want your stuff to look, but blogs and videos will have the same structure of having the items listed under the under their modules URL.